Nigeria's long quest to revive its dormant steel industry may finally be taking a decisive turn with the signing of a $400 million joint strategic cooperation agreement between the Federal Ministry of Steel Development and Stellar Steel Company Limited. The landmark partnership, sealed in Abuja on October 28, 2025, represents not only one of the largest foreign direct investment commitments in Nigeria's steel sector in nearly a decade, but also a critical step toward rebuilding an industry that once symbolized the nation's industrial ambition. At the heart of this new development lies a bold project: the construction of a state-of-the-art steel plant in Ewekoro, Ogun State by Stellar Steel Company Limited. The firm, which was established specifically to operate in Nigeria, is heavily backed by two powerful Chinese conglomerates, both headquartered in Fuzhou, Fujian Province, China. These companies bring with them not only capital but also decades of technical experience, access to global steel technologies, and industrial discipline needed to execute large-scale multi-logical projects. Under the agreement, Stellar Steel will invest approximately $400 million in developing a modern integrated steel production facility. The project is structured to unfold in three phases, each designed to build upon the last, creating a sustainable production ecosystem from raw materials to finished products. The first phase is expected to begin operations by mid-2026, with initial output targeted at reinforcing bars, structural steel, and flat products for the construction and manufacturing sector. The full-scale plant, when completed, will contribute significantly to Nigeria's crude steel production capacity, helping the nation move closer to the government ambition goal of 10 million tons of crude steel annually by 2030. The plant location in Ewekoro, Ogun State was not chosen by chance. Ogun State is located strategically within the industrial corridor of southwestern Nigeria, close to Lagos, the country's commercial hub. The area's access to energy supply, transport infrastructure, and proximity to seaport makes it ideal for heavy manufacturing. Moreover, the project promises to transform Ewekoro into a major industrial hub, attracting ancillary industries, small-scale suppliers, and logistic companies to the region. The decision by the federal government to partner with Stellar Steel is driven by necessity and vision. For decades, Nigeria's steel sector has been a tragic story of missed opportunities. Despite being blessed with vast iron ore deposits, among the largest in Africa, Nigeria remains heavily dependent on imported steel. Each year, Nigeria spends over $4 billion importing steel products, including pipes, plates, rods, and other essential materials for construction, oil and gas, and manufacturing. The collapse of earlier steel dreams, most notably the Ajaokuta Steel Complex, left a void that has haunted successive administrations. Built in the late 1970s with the hope of industrializing the nation, Ajaokuta has remained largely idle for over 4 decades, crippled by management, abandoned contracts, policy inconsistencies, and lack of technological updates. Consequently, local industries have been starved of raw materials, leading to rising construction costs and dependence on foreign suppliers. By entering this new partnership with Stellar Steel, Nigeria aims to break the cycle of dependence and re-establish itself as a competitive player in the global steel market. The project aligns perfectly with the federal government's industrialization agenda, which emphasizes local production, job creation, and technology transfer. It also supports the broader vision of economic diversification, reducing the nation's over-reliance on oil revenues by building strong manufacturing bases in sectors like steel, petrochemicals, and mining. The $400 million investment is to be fully financed by Stellar Steel Company Limited, with funding sourced primarily through its Chinese parent companies. The federal government role, as explained by the Minister of Steel Development, will focus on policy facilitation, infrastructure support, and fiscal incentives. This includes ensuring that Stellar Steel logistics and transport infrastructure are integrated into the National Infrastructure Plan, granting access to rail, power, and road network essential for seamless operations. The partnership is built on mutual commitment. While Stellar Steel shoulders the capital and technical responsibilities, the Federal Ministry of Steel Development guarantees an enabling environment, free from bureaucratic bottlenecks that have stalled previous industrial projects. The government pledged to provide tax incentives, power access, and industrial policy backing, which reflect a new pragmatic approach to attracting and sustaining foreign direct investments. The project represents a new industrial dawn for both Ogun State and Nigeria at large. It is expected to create over 2,000 direct jobs and more than 20,000 indirect jobs across the value chain, from mining, transportation and logistics to fabrication and engineering. The plan to also develop a localized iron ore supply chain, sourcing raw materials from Nigeria's own deposits. This approach could save the nation over $1 billion in foreign exchange annually, a major relief to Nigeria's balance of payments. Stellar Steel has committed to producing green steel using energy-efficient and environmentally friendly technologies. This aligns with global shift towards carbon-neutral industrial production that signals Nigeria's readiness to adopt cleaner manufacturing practices in line with its climate commitments. For the host community, the benefits are immediate and transformative. Once primarily known for its cement factories and semi-rural economy, Ewekoro is now poised to become a nucleus of heavy industrial activity. The influx of new jobs, infrastructure development, and community partnership will elevate living standards and stimulate local businesses. The minister, while signing the agreement, described the partnership as a major milestone towards revitalizing Nigeria's steel industry. His words captured the spirit of optimism surrounding the deal, a belief that Nigeria's steel dreams can still be revived if guided by discipline, partnerships, and long-term vision. For the investor, Nigeria's steel potential is vast, but it must be built on respect for local content, safety, and timely delivery. The Chinese delegation, including executives from both ROSIN Group and Galaxy Group, reaffirmed their commitment to ensuring the project completion in record time while observing all international safety and operational standards. When production begins in mid-2026, Nigeria will be one step closer to achieving its dream of becoming West Africa's regional steel manufacturing hub. A functioning domestic steel plant of this scale will support construction, infrastructure, defense, automotive, and energy industries, reducing import dependency while boosting export to neighboring countries. It demonstrates Nigeria's industrial rebirth is not tied solely to government-owned projects but can thrive through strategic public-private partnerships. With the right policies, modern technologies, and credible investors, Nigeria's steel sector, long written off as a failed promise, can once again become the backbone of its economic transformation. In essence, the $400 million Ewekoro Steel project is more than an industrial venture. It signifies the federal government's determination to turn the page on decades of stagnation and move towards a future where Nigeria not only consumes but produces, not only imports but manufactures, and not only dreams but delivers. Drop your honest comment and tell us what you think about this project. Don't forget to subscribe and share. Thank you.